Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs, cats, I am the greatest of the greatest of all the greatest, and my name is Josh Samuel. And on the line with me, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very, very, very special guest, someone who is a fire warrior in among the many warriors in this movement, somebody who is very determined, very committed. And I'm not gonna continue talking and rambling. I'm gonna allow him to introduce yourself. Brother, please introduce yourself and let everybody know where you're from. And yeah, we'll carry on from there.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much, Josh, for having me in your channel.
Absolutely.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. So, my name is Luis. I'm from Spain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 42, and man, I'm just another soldier in this battle.
Mm-hmm.
To get the Snyder Cut and to fight for artistic integrity and to raise awareness of mental health illnesses and raise, funds for charity, like Feed in America, uh, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and all of that. So yeah.
Good to have you, man. Starting out, brother Lewis, I always kind of like to what I like to call screen my guests that I have on the show, especially when it's their first time. I want you to tell everyone listening about your first experience with Man of Steel.
Okay. Wow. That's a very good question, actually. Um, so, uh, well, as I was telling you just before starting here, I suffer from headaches, which are chronic, and for the longest time I couldn't go to movie theaters.
Right.
So unfortunately for me, I didn't get the chance, the privilege, the pleasure of seeing Man of Steel on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes back even before the release of the movie. I remember very clearly the first teaser,
Mm-hmm.
just the music, the voice of Kevin Costner and man, Russell Crowe,
Right.
the cinematography, the way that first teaser was edited. I fell in love with Man of Steel with just that first teaser. After that was getting more and more excited about seeing the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I saw it, it blew my mind. Actually, it blew my mind. It was absolutely everything I was hoping it would be, and then some.
Mm. Mm.
So everything. I mean, I'm a big fan of Hans Zimmer. So the music, I mean, Man of Steel is no doubt the soundtrack I've listened to the most
Mm-hmm.
in my entire life. Like, there was a period of years when I would listen to that soundtrack every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's been 7 years, and to this day, I cannot get enough of that soundtrack. I mean, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, those soundtracks are golden for me, are like pieces of music I cannot live without.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, that movie is so good.
Yes.
It's so beautifully layered and nuanced, the way only Zack Snyder would be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The characters, I mean, the cast, I mean, Henry Cavill, Russell Crowe and Amy Adams and Lawrence Fishburne and Michael Shannon. I mean, all of them are great. The screenplay, the acting, the action. It was the first time that we as fans of Superman, we could actually see a Superman movie. I mean, like, because Kryptonians on Earth are like gods, right?
Correct.
They are so powerful that they can create this havoc around them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man.
Yeah. It's a very, 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 very good and underrated origin movie in my
Yeah,
opinion. I put it right up
yeah.
there with Batman Begins, and in a lot of regards I put it ahead of Batman Begins, and that's personally just me. Moving on, brother Luis, man, I wanna move on a little further now. After Man of Steel, we obviously learned that the sequel to Man of Steel would include some iconic characters, and obviously the big one was Batman. Then we later found out that Gal Gadot was going to be playing Wonder Woman, and Ben Affleck would be playing Batman in the movie. The movie came out, we all saw what happened, the rest is history. Why
So
tell everyone why you feel Batman v Superman is underrated.
I think I'm borrowing these words from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who because I'm sorry, my memory is usually like a sieve.
Uh-huh.
But I think again, I think this has been repeated many times before. But I think that movie, Man of Steel as well, but to a greater degree, Batman v Superman was a movie behind of its time. You know, like
Ahead of his time.
yeah, ahead of its time. Sorry, yeah.
Mm.
Um, Back in 2016, you know, people were so caught up with the MCU, which I'm not criticizing or anything, but you know, like global audiences were used to experiencing a very, I would say, limited canvas.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like those movies should be lighter and contain a lot of constant jokes, which I
Right.
think they overdo, in
Right.
my humble opinion.
Right.
And I think just people weren't ready to you know to pledge into this kind of experience. It was much more mature. It was far deeper. It contained a lot of symbolism. And aside from that, I am one of those people believing there was, because I think it's absolutely obvious that there was a campaign against the DCEU, that there were certain forces which would receive this, um, DCEU movies as a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I thought there was the space for both of them,
Yeah, there certainly is.
and yeah.
Yeah.
So I I don't know, man. I think that it's clear that there were bots on Twitter, for example, tweeting bad reviews about Batman v Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Rotten Tomatoes, these kind of sites which do not bring anything worthy and valuable to the table, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Giving Batman v Superman has like a 20-something% in Rotten Tomatoes,
Right.
even to this day, I think.
Right.
So that is unfair. That is plain dirty, actually. So I think it was a combination of people perceiving the movie as a negative thing without having seen the movie, and also the fact that so much footage was cut out from the theatrical release.
Mm.
If they had, if they had allowed Zack Snyder to release his full vision for Batman v Superman on theaters, I think it would have had better reviews. I think more people would have connected to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, I think it would have made more money for Warner Brothers.
Mm. 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 Yeah, I completely I completely agree, man. I completely agree. The theatrical edition, I did get emotional with the theatrical cut because I saw it a couple of times in theaters, but the ultimate edition, ultimately, it's just way more cohesive and it just feels more linear as in terms of storytelling and in terms of pacing as well. It just connects really well to Man of Steel, in my humble opinion. Moving on, brother Luis, man, I want to talk to you about something really, really special, near and dear to not only me, but millions and billions of others worldwide. What made you decide to join hashtag release the Snyder Cut, man?
Okay, so first of all, I'm kind of a newbie in the movement, in
Mm-hmm.
the, in in the sense of having actively joined the movement on social media. For example, even though I've had a Twitter account for years, I only recently joined the movement on Twitter. It was last November, coinciding with the second anniversary of theatrical release of Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
But having said that, after having seen Justice League, and once I realized everything that had happened, because when I first saw Justice League, I wasn't aware of all the things that had been going on behind the scenes,
Right, right.
So once I realized what had happened, what had been done to Zach, to the rest of cast and crew, talented people who pulled out many, many long hours to bring the best of themselves for that movie. Once I realized that, I started, talking to people, friends and relatives, telling them, the movie you saw, that's not the real Justice League. That's far from it.
Mm-hmm.
But last November, when that week, that was building up towards the exact anniversary, November the 17th, I think it is, right?
Right.
That was when I told myself, okay, it's time for me to move on, not to move on, to go deeper and to join the active movement on social media to ask Warner Brothers to release the Snyder Cut.
Nice. I got you. I got you. And it's you do no need to say anything about you being new, regardless of whether you just joined or however long you joined in. To me, if you hashtag release the Snyder Cut or hashtag Zack Snyder's Justice League, you're doing a great thing, and it's for a bigger cause than just the movie itself. This goes to artistic, like you said earlier, artistic integrity, creative freedom, as well as honoring the memory of this man's beautiful daughter who tragically lost her life. Um, with that, in all due respects, there. With that said, brother, Luis, man, let me ask you this, man. What
Okay,
what do you go ahead?
tell me, sorry.
What do you feel Man of Steel did that other superhero movies didn't do?
Man of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
I think that what makes this Snyder's vision of Superman so relatable to us is the fact that even though he's a god walking among us,
Mm-hmm.
as Eric White says literally in the movie, um, Zack somehow manages to make him relatable and make him close to us, because even though he's Kryptonian with all kind of crazy superpowers, at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, he's human like us. Like,
Right.
he's been raised by humans. He has our moral compass, our values, the values that he got from his Earth parents. And you can see it in Man of Steel. Like, he's struggling to find his place in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it in that beautiful scene in Batman v Superman when he, in the middle of the night, suddenly phones his mom, Martha, just to hear her voice, like trying to find some kind of relief. So that's one of the things Zack Snyder beautifully managed to do with those movies, even with Man of Steel. Like he's all powerful, but yet he struggles just like the rest of us.
Yeah. And the other thing too is, people say, oh, he's not happy, he's not smiling, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. That thing that you and so many others that have come to my channel repeatedly say in terms of him being relatable, he's also just like us, and he's struggling to find his place in the world in spite of him having these godlike abilities and superpowers. He's struggling to find his place in the world, and he just wants to do the right thing for the people of Earth. And to me, that's just a beautiful way to portray the character. Going back to BVS, brother Luis, man, let me ask you this: do you feel that the hate directed at BVS is unfair in your opinion?
100% unfair. Unfair and absolutely blown out of proportion. But I think part of that hate comes to a minority, a very, very vocal yet a minority of people who, for whatever the reason, because I swear to God, I cannot understand, they ultimately hate Zack Snyder.
Right.
For whatever the reason.
Right.
I don't know if it's because he's adapted Alan Moore's work and, like 300 and Watchmen and now DC characters. Maybe for those people, Zack's vision doesn't align with theirs. I don't know if it comes from there or where it comes from, because it's astonishing. Why did people actually hate BVS so much? I really, I cannot wrap my head around that, that hatred. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know if it's because they don't understand the movie or it's because you can simply say, okay, that style, is my cup of tea. And you can say, okay, I don't like it. We can all respect one another's, points of view. But, yeah, man, like you said, the fact that they speak they are so
violent,
driven by their hatred.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
It really does.
I really don't get it.
Yeah. I've seen some very, very, very nasty and disgusting tweets, and even people on YouTube even some people I've called out and some people I won't call out, but I've seen some people on YouTube even just say some of the most disgusting things, and the reason I won't call them out is because I don't have time to call 3,000 people on YouTube or however many people on YouTube, persons on YouTube out or Twitter out. My purpose and goal is to hashtag release the Snyder Cut and hashtag release the Air Cut and so on and so forth. But yeah, I've seen some disgusting things, man, and it just blows my mind. It's not just a matter of them not understanding; they don't want to try to understand, and not only that, like you said, it's a crazy thing to be driven by so much hatred for a person you don't even know, all because he made a movie you dislike. Like me, I don't like. There's some Transformers movies I genuinely dislike. I think they're absolute garbage. I'm not gonna dedicate my time on Twitter or on YouTube and say, "Oh yeah, Michael Bay contributed it to World War II," or "Oh, Michael Bay is a wannabe Hitler," or something like. I'm not gonna say things like that. I'm just gonna, if somebody asks if I like or dislike the movie, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I liked it," or "Oh yeah, I didn't really like it that much. Did you like it? Oh, if you did, good for you. If not, oh, let's watch something else instead," and leave it at that. It shouldn't be all this hatred and It's just ridiculous, man. It's really ridiculous. Like, I saw somebody yesterday on Twitter calling him an Islamophobe, and I'm just like, how and why? Like, Zack Snyder is one of the very few directors in Hollywood that has always diversified his cast. You know what I'm? To me, the movies I've seen of his and all of his movies, his cast have been diversified. So that's just wrong. You're a liar, and you should be ashamed of yourself, and your Twitter should be deactivated. But that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah.
Beyond
Yeah,
that,
but
go ahead. Go ahead.
remember that tweet. I remember that tweet. It was yesterday or the day before,
Hmm.
and I thought it makes no sense. But then you saw that person follow up tweet, and it was all about, okay, now that you're here, it is just like they're seeking attention all the
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah.
they know that Zack Snyder will draw attention no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
And especially if they cast Zack in under a dark light or whatever, they will get even more attention from people. And
Yep.
it makes no sense. One of the actresses in Army of the Dead, you know, is Arabic, so it makes no sense. Like you said, Zack Snyder has been known for choosing very diversified people for his movies. So it makes no sense. I mean, I literally told that person on Twitter, you should be ashamed of yourself. I think you need to seek for professional help, and I'm reporting and blocking you because, yeah.
Yeah, say that last part again, bro. That's the best course of action.
Yeah, I mean, I think over the past 4 weeks or so, I have literally muted and blocked thousands of people on Twitter because you get to a point where you realize that they are people you cannot reason with. They are people who are not open to have a healthy discussion. No?
Right.
So the best course of action is report if you have to, but aside from that, mute, block, and move on because they are not worth it. They are not what we're here for. As you said before, we're here for because we want to defend um, artistic integrity and creative freedom. Um, we are very, very sorry to what happened to Zach and his family.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tragedy that I really cannot. I mean, it's wow. It's so hard to put yourself in his shoes, after that.
Exactly.
And on top of all that, what some people in the studio were doing behind his back. I mean, Zack Snyder had like the strongest person I've ever seen in my entire life, like the most committed, strong-willed, and at the same time down-to-earth and kind soul I've ever seen. So big shout out to him because there's a reason why there are so many of us here ready to defend him, to support him, all the way, all throughout the whole way until we get justice for him and his family.
Yep. I completely agree. I completely agree. He's one of the nicest. Probably is the nicest based on the things I've seen him post and say. He probably is the nicest guy in Hollywood. Based on what I can tell, he probably is the nicest guy. To me, he is. Because the things he does for his fans and just people in general, I've never seen any other director do, whether they're male or female. I'm not saying there are other directors that are nice, but I'm just saying Zach is a genuine, humble individual. Moving on, brother, I want to ask a couple more questions and then we'll close this one out. Um, what is one other Zack Snyder movie outside of Man of Steel and BVS that you enjoy?
Uh, Watchmen. I thought ever since I first saw that movie, I thought, wow, this is so great. And to be fair, at that time I hadn't read the graphic novel it's based upon.
Mm-hmm.
A good friend of mine lent me his copy so
Mm-hmm.
I could read it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I rewatched the movie again, and I thought, okay, this graphic novel would seem impossible you know, to bring to the big screen, to a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you have to make some concessions here and there, but that movie blew my mind. I mean, the visuals, the music selection, the cast, the cinematography, the editing. It's one of my all-time favorite overall. You know, not just from Zack or from this genre in particular.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a great movie, and 300 is another example. Like you can take frames from that movie, and they seem like pages of a comic book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can see that very same thing with Man of Steel and BVS and Watchmen, and it's so beautifully shot, so well put together. Man, that man has the ability to make us feel things that very few filmmakers can do. I'm not saying he's the only one, because no, but he's very talented. He has a very clear vision of how he wants to make a movie. He, you know, as you know, he draws his own sketches, right? Storyboards, and he shoots everything he draws.
Right.
And so that's a very good example to understand how driven and committed and how focused on his vision he is, even during the pre-production phase of a movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's no one movie from Zack Snyder that I don't like. Dawn of the Dead is a movie that when I first saw it, I didn't know who Zack Snyder was, and even though I'm not that big of a fan of zombie movies, it was like, wow, this movie is so good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so again, when I rewatched the movie, knowing the person who was behind the camera, appreciating even more, you know, all the clever and wise decisions that he was making behind the camera, it's genius.
Fact.
It's inspiring stuff, you know.
Yeah, I completely agree, and it's a testament to the power that his movies have as a whole and in general. I mean, even the haters, like I always say, even the haters are always talking about his movies somehow more than the people like me or you that actually genuinely enjoy them. But with that said, brother Luis, man, I want to again thank you for collaborating with me on this very, very, very short and concise stream. We'll definitely have to do it again in the foreseeable future. Is it all right if I leave a link to your Twitter in the description so people can follow you as well?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. I hope I can join you with other fellow Zack Snyder's fans, Fran and Jordan and Joss, and you know, yeah.
Yeah,
It would be great to have a conversation with those guys as well.
for sure, for sure. It'll definitely be a what I like to call a mega stream because I've tried to do that in the past, and yeah, we'll definitely have to cook something up and get that going again in the foreseeable future. Before I close, brother, did you have any questions for me?
Okay. So I know that you read that confirmation earlier today on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
that Zack had screened his cut, just Zack Snyder's Justice League for the new, you know, executives of DC or Warner or whatever. So, what do you think about that?
I think that first of all, this is exciting news. In the times that we living in, anything about Zack Snyder's Justice League is always exciting news. And I think it's a signal that we are very, 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 very close to getting an announcement about when it is coming. Whether that's a coming soon teaser, or whether that's an official release date. I think it's a sign that we are very, 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 very close. Closer than we may possibly even realize, because Zach hasn't posted. I think he just posted something yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, on Vero. But aside from that, he hasn't been posting as frequently as as in terms of his Justice League film, like we're used to. He has been posting some positive things in terms of working together, of course, unity, of course, some things that I think beyond his movie, his Justice League movie, are very important things. But that combined with the fact that he hasn't been posting in terms of Justice League, I think is a very, very clear signal that not only have we already all won, but we're getting very, very close to knowing the when, the how, and the where of Zack Snyder's Justice League official release date. And the Snyder Cut is going to be released, something we've known for a very long time. So yeah, that's my feelings about it, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that this next event on Twitter for the occasion of the release, at least in the United States, of HBO Max, I think that that's the day when we have to come together again.
Yes.
We have to go. We have to trend like crazy that day. I think it's very important to put aside any differences within the movement, come together as one, be committed, but at the same time be respectful. I think it's going to be very important for us to be polite and respectful, and just ask Warner Media, Warner, HBO Max, AT&T to release the Snyder Cut.
Yes, I completely, wholeheartedly agree. And that thing about respect and putting aside differences is also very important, because everybody has a different opinion, and everybody uh, goes about doing things in their own way. So we can all tweet and hashtag all we want to, but if we're not doing it on a unified front or together, then it's not as effective. So I definitely agree. We have to continue to work together, stay united, put aside the differences, and we will. To me, we've already won, but we'll just continue to show why we won and how we won. And how this can also go over to somebody like David Ayer, who I hope once the Justice League is released, I hope this carries over for David Ayer. As I've said in the past, I really would like to see his cut of Suicide Squad as he intended it, because I think the assembly cut of Suicide Squad, as he tweeted out a few years back, is finished. So aside from a few editing scrapes, I think maybe this is something that could also be a quick release as well, but that remains to be seen. And with that all said, Brother Luis, as I said, man, thank you so much for collaborating with me on this. And I just have two more questions, and we will end this very timely venture. Now,